to my channel. As always, I am very excited for today's video, and this one, as you can probably already tell, is in a vlog style format. This vlog is all about me resetting and planning my life for November and all the things I do to get my life back on track. Before we begin, I want to welcome any new viewers. Hi, how are you? My name is Samantha, or Sammy for short, and I am a certified personal trainer, young mom, and an aspiring entrepreneur. If any of that interests you, then please feel free to hit subscribe and follow me on Instagram at Samantha5_, and yes, you heard that correctly, 5_. My name is pretty popular. Now, with all that being said, let's jump straight into the video. As you see here, I've already started my day off with the charcoal face mask. Pretty patchy, I'm aware, but we're going to move on from that. I am currently writing in my calendars and journals for the month. First is a complete overview of my entire month at a glance, as well as tasks for the weeks along the side. Next, I did a weekly review for the past week, which was a fairly low point to say the least, as you can probably tell from the low numbers. I did write in these boxes, however, how I want to improve my life within the next month. Finally, I calendar blocked my day, as well as answered prompts for how I wanted the rest of my day to go.
For dinner on Sunday is already basically cooking itself, because I'm dealing with enough meal prep. It makes it a lot easier to then also figure out what we're eating that day.
And that voice you just heard is none other than the Queen Amy Landino herself. She is an immensely successful entrepreneur and businesswoman, as well as author and YouTuber, amongst so many other titles. I'll leave her channel linked below, and I strongly suggest you check her out. So I'm currently listening to her as I attempt to peel off this charcoal mask, which was incredibly difficult, I must say. And you'll actually notice throughout these clips that it gave me a horrendous burn/breakout patch.
It was at this moment that she knew she fucked up.
After planning, it is time to get dressed for the day. Now, I was trying to make this a thing, but I'm not quite sure what's going on. I'm not going anywhere today, but dressing up and attempting to look cute always makes me feel 1,000 times better and more motivated to be productive, which is the next step to getting back on track. Be productive with whatever it is you have to do and manage your time and tasks well. So for me, that is starting out with my laundry and then meal prepping before Colton comes home from his dad's. And ignore the pile of towels in the background. I swear I will get to those one day. The first thing I do before I meal prep is write on our whiteboard the list of dinners for the week. This is because I'm not always at home to have dinner with my family, so when I'm not there, they'll still be able to know what to grab from the fridge. This also helps me keep on track for my high carb/low carb days. On to the first recipe. You are going to be using sweet potatoes, bell peppers of your choice, whatever one you want. I don't really care. I'm not a chef. Go for it. Then you're also going to be using garbanzo beans or chickpeas, whatever you would like to call them, as well as some raw honey and an avocado for topping. Now, you are going to be preheating the oven to 415 degrees Fahrenheit. And then you're going to start cutting your vegetables. As you can tell, I am not very good at this. I'm probably one of the worst people ever to cut pretty much anything. And does anyone else have like a weird thought when they're really bad at cutting something and then they're like, wow, I really can't defend myself if somebody were to attack me? Because I have that thought a lot. Like, if I can't even cut a freaking sweet potato, how on earth am I supposed to do the same to a human if need be, like if I were being attacked or something? I know that's a really weird thought, but that's just was going through my mind when filming this. Anyway, moving on, we're going to be adding this into a baking dish and then adding some avocado oil on top, placing a lid on it, and then putting it into the oven. Now, I know this is a weird angle. I completely forgot I was filming when doing this. And now you are going to be cutting the bell peppers, which I did a better job with this one. Still not great though, I'll be honest. And you're going to add that into a skillet and put it on medium heat. And while this is cooking, you're actually going to be draining the garbanzo beans and adding that into the mixture. Now, while this is all cooking, I'm starting on my next meal, which is what this pot is for. And what you can't see is I'm actually putting already diced white potatoes, into this pot so they can boil. And the next recipe, including this, is going to be whipping cream, minced garlic, some uncurd turkey bacon. I was trying to get uncurd normal bacon, but they didn't have it, so this will do. Vegetable broth or any broth of your choice. I don't think it matters. Grape tomatoes, any butter of your choice, an onion, some feta cheese, as well as Italian seasoning, basil leaves, and red peppermill, and there are those potatoes that I've already boiled. When your first recipe's done, you're going to start cooking the turkey bacon in the same skillet and dicing that onion. I did use a dicer for this because, as we've already learned, I'm terrible at cutting up anything. And when that is done, you're going to add that into the bacon mixture and add in your grape tomatoes and garlic. This does not look all that appetizing, but I promise you it is amazing. While that is all cooking up, I'm starting on my lunch, which is going to be a taco salad. So I just drained and rinsed some black beans and corn. And while that was happening, I forgot to film this, but I did brown some ground turkey and added some ground cumin on top of that. And now is a water break because it is extremely important to stay hydrated, especially when you're trying to get your health back on track. The final recipe I'm making is going to have chicken breast, mushrooms, low sodium soy sauce, more minced garlic, as well as parsley, whole oregano, ground ginger. You're going to be using up the rest of the diced tomato from your previous recipe. And finally, you're going to be using some zucchini. And for this recipe, super simple. You're going to cut it all up and add it into to a skillet and just put that on medium-high heat and call it a day. So while this final recipe is cooking, one, I do want to point out, I didn't film the final results of any of this. I know I need to get better at this whole thing. But while that is all finishing cooking, I'm just going to be working on finishing up the dishes and cleaning the house before Colton gets home. And it's about 11 o'clock now, so I'm going to be making my breakfast. Every other day, I like to have a smoothie. So this smoothie is going to consist of bananas, frozen blueberries, frozen pineapple chunks, and frozen mango chunks. I'm going to take all the frozen fruit and place that into a bowl, put it in the microwave for a couple seconds so that it can de-thaw a little bit, so that way it's easier to blend up. While that's going on, I'm going to be adding in some sliced watermelon, and then I'm finally going to add in that frozen fruit and some almond milk to finish it off. And then I'm just going to blend that all up. Please, you're being pleases.
Please.
Awesome. Wait.
Oh, that's a picture.
That is a picture.
You said a picture.
Yeah, I'm trying to get your face clean for the picture.
But I got a lot of
You have lollipop face on your face. But I'll have to clean it for you next time. Because you have to nap every day, but you're not going to nap till a little bit later.
Today? I'm gonna nap today?
Yes, you are going to nap today. Look at you. You look so cute. Can I have a big hug? I haven't gotten a big hug since you got home. Thank you. I missed you last night. Did you miss me?
Yeah.
But did you have fun?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mommy missed you a lot.
Why did Mama give me Why did Mama give me evil costume?
They're not evil, they're heroes. They're good.
They're evil heroes.
They're superheroes. Now, while Colton is taking his nap for the first 10 to 15 minutes of it, I'm just going to be taking some self-care time to read. I've been really trying to get better at reading these last couple months. Sometimes I stick to it, sometimes I don't. So I just find it's easier to carve out time to do it. This book is The Power of Now. I highly recommend reading it. It is completely eye-opening, to say the very least. Now, after that 10 to 15 minutes of reading, I go upstairs and I start working on any business stuff I need to do, or if I need to edit a YouTube video, or basically anything work-related that I need to get done. And this is not in terms of my actual job, but just all of my kind of side hustle things that I'm trying to work on and grow from. And now it is actually way later in the evening. I had an amazing afternoon and evening with Colton, and now it is time to get a couple more tasks done before I call it a night. So right now I am cleaning my makeup brushes, and for this I just use a soap bar and a washcloth with some warm water, and that's all. I know it's not the most glamorous way of doing it, but it works for me, and it's a very cheap and realistic option for most people. After that, I had gone downstairs and folded laundry while I relaxed and watched an episode of Bones with my mom. That is something I need to get better at too. It's taken me about 2 or 3 years just to get through 6 seasons of that show with her, because I'm always up doing all these things, trying to be productive, and I never have good quality me time or bonding time with her. So I decided, let's kill 2 birds with 1 stone, and I worked on my laundry while I watched that show. So that was kind of more of a relaxing time for me. And before I get into my yoga for the night, I am going to plan for the next day. I like to plan the night before. I think it just makes the next day better. It's one less thing I have to do in the morning. So right now I am writing my quote for the next day and a general layout of what I need to get done for tomorrow. And finally, I'm going to be doing some yoga. If you guys saw my last video, 30 Days of Yoga with Adrian, then you will know that you can probably see that I have improved immensely with my form, but also that I've been sticking to this. I have been doing yoga almost daily, if not every other day, and I love every aspect of it. It makes me feel better. It's amazing for my mental and physical health, and overall, I'm so happy that I did that challenge and I have been sticking with it. And this is probably going to conclude the end of my night. After this, I'm just going to get a shower and go straight to sleep. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was kind of all over the place. I'm not the best at doing these voiceovers. I'm going to try and get better at it. It's all about improvement. This is the very beginnings of this channel, so it can only go up from here. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Give it a thumbs up, comment, share with your friends, and that's it. So with all that being said, I'm gonna go, but before I do, I want to remind you all to stay positive, be active, and most importantly, do what keeps you healthy.